Thank you. The police always brings out a crowd. It's not so sure. So thank you all for being here. It's Wednesday, November Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. We're in the Harvey hearing room at 6:30. Please call to order and pledge. Let's call the order first. Baby, get up and sit. There we go, Denise.
Council Aiello. Council DeMarco.
Here.
Council Costigan.
Here.
Council Castaneri. Council Swope. Here. Council DeRoss.
Here.
Vice President Belcher. Here. President Lettieri.
Here.
Thank
Seeing a quorum, please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We had minutes circulated from the October 21st meeting. Any discussion? Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion
Second.
by Vice President Belcher, second by Council Swope. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Thank you. All right, general information. We are incredibly proud and happy, and it's an exciting event to have officers being sworn in for different positions or as a full-time officer. I'd like to turn it over to Chief Flanagan so he could introduce the I should turn it over to Chief Goodwin so he can introduce the officers.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to recognize Chief Delahanty, former Chief Delahanty here. Can you tell he's a Delahanty?
Yeah.
The night I got sworn in, him and Mike had me, he said, "You say work one more time, we're going to squash you." Yeah, you know, he's a true little Winthrop guy. It's nice to see him come up to the ranks. Looking forward to working with him as part of the command staff. We're going to test him right away, too. Dan Stone, what, 4 years then? 4 years or whatever? 6 years. Lovely wife and contestants, felt like 40, but he's become a go-to guy. You know, he absolutely gets things done. And it's great to see him, you know, moving through the ranks as well. My friend Jay Silva, we finally got an opportunity to make him full-time. I always said if I had 10 guys like Jay, I could send everybody else home. He's been part of our team for a while. It's nice to be able to get him into a full-time. Yeah, he's been here longer than me. It's great. It's always great to see people getting promoted. We're just going to keep moving forward, doing great things for the town, build off of what Chief Delahanty left us, and I'm looking forward to working with these guys. Thank you.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Thank you all. I'm going to ask our council clerk, Denise, to swear you guys in. And Denise.
Lieutenant Delahanty. My honor. I, Officer Delahanty, do solemnly swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and will support the Constitution thereof and the Constitution of the United States, that I will obey the lawful orders of all my superior officers, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent on me as a lieutenant in the Winthrop Police Force for the town of Winthrop according to the best of my ability and understanding, agreeably to the rules and regulations of the Constitution and the laws of the Commonwealth of the United States, so help me God. You are. Congratulations. Big book. Why don't you do that, buddy? Okay, you're done. Okay, come on.
Yeah. That's what it's become over the years.
Oh, well, there you go. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have Sergeant Stone. I, Officer Daniel Stone, do solemnly swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and I will support the Constitution thereof of the Constitution of the United States, that I will obey the lawful orders of all my superior officers, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon me as a sergeant in the Winthrop Police Force for the town of Winthrop, according to the best of my ability, and understanding agreeably to the rules and regulations of the Constitution and the laws of the Commonwealth and the United States. So help me God.
I will.
Congratulations. You still got your own? Yeah. People will sign it still. It's a mortgage for my house. There you go, under that. Thank you, sir. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, no, yes, yeah, yes, I know.
Officer Silva.
Yep.
Congratulations. I, Officer J. Silva, do solemnly swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and I will support the Constitution thereof, and the Constitution of the United States, that I will obey the lawful orders of all my superior officers, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon me as a full-time police officer for the Winthrop Police Department, according to the best of my ability, and understanding agreeably to the rules and regulations of the Constitution and laws of the Commonwealth and the United States, so help me God.
I will.
Congratulations, sir. Okay.
Denise, could you just do a quick pin?
Excuse me?
A quick pinning?
Of course, yep. That's good. Of course, yep.
Who still has that?
So, it's kind of a tradition when people come on the job or get promoted, that they have someone of significance in their lives pin their badge on, so that's what we're gonna do here. Sean?
Denise? My wife Denise?
Talk after 40, you can't see
You want the Harry Potters on?
Thank you.
There you go.
Adam Jackson.
Tony, can you give me a little supplement in the budget so I can afford the bike?
I think we can handle that, yeah.
Gotta buy him a
Nice.
Thank you very much.
fortunate in so many ways in this town, but to have officers like we have, public safety officials, that we're able to go to bed every night and sleep soundly and safely. We can't thank you guys enough, and women. But thank you for all you do. We really appreciate it as a town, and you make us just so proud. So thank you all.
Nice.
Yeah, there's another one around the island. One We're graduating a bunch of kids that play in
Jenny said, oh my God, texted the last time. She didn't get to this morning. She said, congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Call her, I said thank you. Got it. Thanks, guys. John, I'll send you that.
Guys, upstairs in the
I'll pretend she. You know you have to wait. That's all right. I take a bad beat every day.
Hey, Joe, how are
It's way better than Where's my Usually you're busier.
So it's Jim.
The number is really gonna be. It's unbelievable.
We had also asked Rob O'Dwyer, who is our representative to the Northeast Vocational School, to come tonight. He is unable to come tonight, but he is able to come at our next council meeting. So he will be here. We had an event actually at the Northeast Voc. There's just a lot going on with the new school to go over what our new attendance policy might be. We should be up about 25% in attendance once it opens up. Obviously, the cost will go up 25% also, and then our portion of the debt exclusion will be at full capacity next year, but we do have a plan for that. Again, being fully funded in our pension system enables us a little flexibility to take care of that. So we're looking forward to seeing Rob come to the next meeting. And that is that. Public hearings, we have two tonight. One concerned a finance subcommittee meeting that was met earlier. So I'm going to open a public hearing that the town appropriate the sum of $1.1 million to pay the cost of replacing water meters. I'll bring it to Councilor DeRoss to open the meeting.
Thank you, Council President. Good evening, everybody. Before tonight's meeting, we had a meeting of the Finance Subcommittee, and we did discuss this motion that is involving year 2 of a 5-year part of the capital plan. where $1.1 million would be appropriated to replace and exercise water meters and valves. Would you like me to read the motion now?
Yes,
Okay.
you could read it now, then we'll
Okay.
vote it.
This is a motion from Town Manager Marino that reads, I move the Winthrop Town Council adopt the following order, that the town appropriates the sum of $1,100,000, firstly, to pay for costs to replace water meters, exercise water valves, and replace water valves as necessary to the town's water system, including the payment of costs incidental or related thereto. Secondly, to raise this appropriation by authorizing the treasurer, with the approval of the town manager, to issue bonds or serial notes under the provisions of Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 44, as amended, or any other enabling authority. And thirdly, to take any other action relative thereto. Director Calla was with us earlier at the subcommittee meeting. He told us that the $1.1 million breaks out into $300,000 to replace water meters, another $300,000 to exercise the valves, another $500,000 to replace the valves. So this is $1.1 million that is going from our general obligation bond to our Fund 881, which is our water meter and valve replacement project. And let's see if there's any other notes I wanted to share. Director Calla mentioned that this helps keep valves current, ensures the accuracy for both the town and the residents in terms of reading the meters. And that again, this is year 2 with 3 more years left after this one. And it came out of our subcommittee with positive recommendation.
All right, so this is part of a capital plan. This is not something that just came up. Director Calla, do you have anything to add to this?
No, Council covered it well. 3 very important projects, very needed projects, and I trust that we'll continue to stay committed to it for the next 5 years, next 3 years after this.
Anyone in the audience would like to be heard in favor of this? Anybody like to be heard against this? Any council members like to be heard? With that, I'll close the public hearing. We'll go back to old business and we will vote on this motion. We will open a hearing on the fiscal 26 tax classification. This is going to be referred to Finance Committee. And again, this is something that's done every year. This is where we are going to discuss whether we go with the 1-class rate, which is what we've done for the past decades. But they will look, we'll have the assessors look and give us a quantitative answer on whether it is worth considering to go to a 2-class rate, where you might have a personal rate for your home or a business rate. Usually, in the past, it comes out that we have such a small percentage of business in the town, we're less than 8% of a commercial base, which means that, you know, you're gonna put a huge burden on businesses at a minimal savings. Usually, it's gonna cost the average business owner another $400 to $500 a year to save the average homeowner, you know, $10 to $15 a year. So, but we will get those numbers. There'll be a presentation before us at the next meeting. This will be referred to finance, but again, if anybody would like to discuss anything now, please do. I'll ask anybody in the audience if you'd like to talk about tax classification, a very exciting topic. Anybody on the council? Okay, and this will be, we'll have a presentation at the next meeting. This will go to finance, come back, and we'll close that public hearing. Public comments. First round, Marcy.
Hi, Marcy Hamilton, Precinct 2. I wrote a little something, so please bear with me. I congratulate the people on this board for their decisive win and appreciate the candidates who put themselves out there yesterday. I'm a lifelong resident of Winthrop and I remember the town as it was. I also know the feeling I still get when I come over the top of Grover's and Crest Ave when I see the sisters sparkling. And when I cross the Belle Isle Bridge and pick up that breeze on a hot summer day. I get the feelings you may all have of this town. In 2017, I asked my friends in the DPW to check out the pipe and flap on Pleasant Street. It was indeed broken. In the years since, I've learned how our government works. It works slowly. 2 years after several more flooding incidents, I approached President Lettieri to get a pump and throw the water back into the ocean, polluting the waters, of course, but since then, our Climate Commission has a phase project in place. This is currently unfunded. You promised a room full of people here in this room impacted by the broken flaps and crushed pipes that you would fix this. I am holding you to that promise, with or without state funding. You said you are the counselor for all of Winthrop. I have also promised you that I'll be sitting here in this chair waiting and watching you fulfill this promise in a timely manner, and will be asking for transparency and accountability and information at each meeting of this council. You had mentioned that there was news 2 meetings ago, and I haven't heard anything about that so far. I will be in contact with my now Precinct 2, Kim Dimes, as well as the Climate Commission's Advisory Board, which Mr. Costigan and Ms. Hewitt is here, Mrs. Hewitt is here, and Kim as well, to ensure that everything is moving forward. This is my property, and it deserves your attention and not a Band-Aid approach. Thank you for your support.
Thank you, Russ.
Celeste Ribeiro Hewitt, Precinct 1. If you will indulge me, I did not have the opportunity to do this last night because I didn't know how to get in touch with Kurt. Kurt, I want to congratulate you on your win, and this is my official concession. I want to congratulate all of those that won last night. It is no small feat, and it is not for the faint of heart to throw your hat in the ring. I very especially would like to congratulate Hannah Belcher on her courageous and incredible campaign and initiative that you ran. When we do not challenge norms and the status quo, then none of us experience growth, none of us experience true victory. So thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for leading the way and blazing the trail for young ladies and women and everyone. Thank you.
Karen Chavez, Precinct 2. When I asked at the last council meeting to have Rob O'Dwyer here, and I saw it on the agenda, I complimented the town manager on that. Rob O'Dwyer has done this to us since he has been an elected official to the vocational school. He says he's coming, and then at the last minute, something happens and he can't come. We elect him to represent us at the Voc. I'm afraid that the vocational school is going to be built and we're not even going to know that it's been built. And we're paying astronomical amounts of money, not only to send our students there, which I am not saying we shouldn't, but also paying for a bond that is our share. It's an equal share. But I believe that Mr. O'Dwyer owes the town of Winthrop his representation in this room to tell us what's going on. I'll be here, I'm here all the time anyways, but I will be here at the next meeting, and I certainly do hope he will be.
Thank you, Karen. Oh, correct. Correct.
Quick one, Kurt Miller, Precinct 2. I just want to thank the clerk's office and all the poll workers yesterday. What an amazing job. The amount of time that they spend in that rooms and having not at the middle school down here, it was a little bit of a challenge, but it worked out so amazingly well. The feedback was good from people that I talked to. And I also want to thank Celeste for being a great, opponent in this race. We had a very clean, nice, we didn't go back and forth at each other on anything, and it was very appreciative of everything that you did, and everybody else who ran also. I got nervous at some points that this was going to get really dirty and horrible, and I would say this campaign season was tough on a lot of people, but I appreciate everybody who ran, and it opened my eyes to many other things too. So thank you everybody who ran.
Jack.
Thank you, Mr. President. Jack Dowd, Precinct 1. I'm going to make some pretty somber words right now. Obviously, the vote yesterday was overwhelming for the people that are supporting the vote no on 3A, the MBTA law. What I'd like to see happen is that the town council become a unanimous council against the 3A proposition that's that everybody wants to have. If the people, well, of course, Joey and Max are not here to answer to this, but I'd like to ask for a counselor, I'm not sure if I can say names here, Mr. DeRoss. I'd like to ask for his resignation. He hasn't been here lately.
Can we just?
No, I'd like to ask for his resignation. He hasn't been here lately. I don't know
We're
what
not
the
being
story is.
derogatory, Jack, please.
I'm
just
not being
stick to-
derogatory.
Please just stick to a comment. I understand
I don't know why he went off base, I'm not sure, so you can tell me after. But I'd like to ask for his resignation, so we can have a cohesive unit to argue against the state. If one person on this council argues that they want to have a yes vote on 3A, the state might take that to mean that Winthrop is undecided. I want to see everybody on the same page so we can argue this court case that I think Winthrop is the only town in the state that has a court case for an exemption. So I'd like, either join up or let somebody that wants to represent Winthrop the way the voters represented Winthrop yesterday. Thank you.
Okay, not 3A, sorry, Aaron Barcelos, Precinct 5, not 3A related nor election related, I'll get to that later. I just want to say that, so Winthrop Food Pantry, they're currently serving 40 families. They've not yet seen an increase. They do not need new volunteers at this time. I have a list of things they need. I can share it with you guys later. And they are getting ready for an increase because we do have roughly 2,000 residents in the town of Winthrop who receive some sort of funding from SNAP. So those are not the regular 40 families they already work with. On top of that, the increases in subsidized and many commercial health plans are coming up. Potential changes to federally funded subsidized housing are coming up. Increases in utilities, cost of groceries, other things, continued risks for many of our neighbors with ICE and communities, and then some and then some. So what is our plan as a community to work together? Because we don't have money, right? And we're not getting grants. It is what it is. What are we doing together? Like, I'm there. Talk to me. Thank you.
Hey, all right. Comment, correspondence, Denise.
I didn't receive any.
Committee reports. Councilor Ross.
Yes, as said earlier, we met as a finance subcommittee. We do have a positive recommendation on the motion I read earlier.
Thank you. School department report, school committee met last evening. Again, the focus of the conversation, as it has been and probably will continue to be, is negotiations. School committee is currently in negotiations with the teachers union, the ESPs, the secretaries, and the nurses. It would be a lie to say that they're close right now. The discrepancy, there's a pretty sizable gap in the ask from both sides. But it's not something that we're gonna stop negotiating with. We're gonna continue negotiating as they have in good faith. And we hope to have a resolution in the future. These negotiations, for the most part, are open negotiations, and I encourage people, there's readily information available as to the asks on either side. So I encourage you to contact the school committee or the WTA, I guess, for further information. Yes.
Ask just a question. Where are they? They're being held in the high school? Is that the word?
Yeah, it is, for the most part, they're being held in the high school. There was a meeting scheduled tonight that was canceled. That was canceled on the school committee part, not on the WTA. And there will be future dates, hopefully by the end of the week, that they will have future dates
Okay,
set.
thank you.
They've had pretty good attendance on the WTA side. There's, the teachers are very committed, and there's upwards of 70, 80 people at these meetings. So it's a different form of negotiating in a way that it's an open process in a lot of ways. So I encourage people to, to understand and learn. Update on policy committee, policy-making boards. We do. So Board of License. The Board of License has begun the renewal preparations of all the town liquor licenses and common vics. All current licenses expire on 12/31/25. Cinco de Mayo has made a successful bid with the Mass DOR to purchase the liquor license from the current owners of Piccolo Piata. They have begun their application to apply for a full liquor license in Winthrop at this location to be reviewed by the Board of License. Current wine, malt, and cordial liquor license holders will be notified of a new law that they can apply for a full liquor license. That's not a town law, it's a state law. The transfer of liquor license for new owners of Asaka Lucky Garden has been approved by the ABCC. And the Board of License will begin reviews on current short-term rental applications, new and renewals. Board of Appeals, the Board of Assessors actually. Board of Assessors has met on 210 Winthrop Street in reference to the application for variance. Is it the Board of Assessors? It's the Board of Appeals. Yeah.
Board of Appeals.
Not the BOA. This is-
I wrote it.
That's right. So the ZBA basically met on 210 Winthrop Street, which is the old Kirby's location, in reference to the application of variance on a 4-story, 42 residential dwelling with parking underneath. This has been continued for further information. 95 Bowden Street has been approved for an accessory dwelling unit to be constructed. 1026 Somerset Ave is currently being reviewed as the property is converting from apartments to condominiums. Parking is being discussed on this matter and the case is being continued for further information. In 7 South Main, property owners granted relief to extend a pre-existing non-conforming structure. No kitchen may be constructed on the constructed, I'm assuming that means, on the 3rd floor. And the planning board is currently reviewing the parking in the CBD. Okay. Town manager's report has been circulated, and before we go into the town manager's report, it was brought up in public comment, and I do want to formally thank town clerk Denise Quist and her staff for conducting a pretty much flawless in a new location, which it was not easy, I'm sure, in many ways, but to have 5 precincts in one building, it was great in a lot of ways. There were a lot of comments from people that had never been in the high school, which is something that we should maybe do, like a tour. We did it when it was first opened, and we had good response then, and really haven't done it. It's been there almost 10 years, and but it's a great building, and people don't have the chance to get in there and look around. So we had some good responses from that. And obviously, it presented some challenges too, in terms of parking was more spread out, the walking up the stairs, the ramps. So, I mean, it's not something that we did lightly, and we love the old middle school gym, and it works out well for a lot of us. So, thank you again from the bottom of our hearts. And to all candidates, winners, losers, doesn't matter. Anybody that puts their name on a ballot should be congratulated by this town. It takes an awful lot, especially in this day and age. You put your name on the ballot, you're a public figure now, and you're treated like a public figure, good, bad, and different. But congratulations to every candidate that put their name on the ballot. But most of all, thank you to Denise and her staff. And town manager's report, if you want to give a brief summary, and then if there's any questions.
Yep,
on the chair.
pretty self-explanatory in the items in there. I just wanted to add, I know it came up during public comment, but anybody with, SNAP benefits, food insecurity, we do have the collaborative with Revere and Chelsea. Meredith and her team have been working closely with them. We've put out, where the food's low, food banks are located where folks can get food. And also the Mayor of Revere, myself, and the city manager Chelsea sent out a letter to a lot of the local businesses, supermarkets and grocery stores to ask them about food donations to see if they could donate to the food, the food banks in Revere, Chelsea, and Winthrop. So we're still waiting to hear back from that, but we are working towards it and making sure that people that need food and these resources have access to them. So we continue to work hard on that.
Thank you. Vice President Belcher?
Thank you. Just a question on the TIP project. What will be left undone through the winter? Will there be sidewalks that aren't done, just so we know?
There'll probably be some sidewalks that aren't done. Director Cal and I spoke about this earlier today. You know, they were planning on going through the end of November. Weather permitting, we may push a little bit into December. They'd certainly like to keep working if the weather permits, but as we get colder at night, you know, worrying about concrete setting up and, you know, the issues that come with that, we want to make sure it's still a quality job. So we're going to keep an eye on that, but yeah, there will be some sidewalks left to do, and then they'll be back in the spring hitting it, and, you know, then it'll be that final coat and trees and, you know, get the final coat of asphalt down, and then obviously striping, et cetera, so.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Councilor Costigan?
Yes, additionally to the TIPS program, Tony, I think I left you a message on that as well, as it relates to the detour and trafficking area up.
Yep, I did address that with the chief that day. I know
You
you did
did?
concerns, yeah, so I mean, we'll
Thank
look
you.
to keep an eye on that.
Appreciate that, yeah.
You're welcome.
A little more coordination.
Yep.
Councilor Swope?
Thanks, Tony. We already talked about this, and I think I'd love to hear more about what happened with the tree grant. So when you can bring it forward, I
Yep.
appreciate it.
I'll get a copy of the letter and go from there.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you. Old business. Councilor DeRosa. You don't have to reread the motion. There was a motion that came out of finance. It did come out with positive recommendation. This is to appropriate the sum of $1.1 million to pay the cost to replace water meters. This is part of a 5-year plan. This is year 2. It came out of committee with positive recommendation. Does not require a second, but we can have discussion if there is any more. Seeing none, roll call, please.
Council Aiello. Council DeMarco.
Yes.
Council Costigan.
Yes.
Council Castaneri. Council Swope.
Yes.
Council DeRosa.
Yes.
Vice President Belcher.
Yes.
President Lettieri.
Yes, motion passed. And I put on, I know we discussed this at a prior meeting, and if there was any update on 5662 Crescent Ave, this is a parcel of land that the town owns, that there's been inquiries about the property being available. Town manager?
Yeah, the same discussion we had before, that Director Cal and I's opinion haven't changed. You know, the resident had come forward requesting that access to the lot, you know, see if this town would sell it to them. Obviously, that would have to go out, you know, through an absolute auction, and we certainly could do that process, but Director Cal and I spoke about it, and given the fact that we don't have a lot of land like this available, the low-lying area that's prone to flooding, we wanted to keep it open for potentially stormwater down the road, so our recommendation would be not to, for the council not to sell it, and keep it in the town's ownership.
All right. Now, is this a final determination from the town manager, or is this something that the council has the ability, or is this your decision?
As with any sale of land, the council would have to direct me to sell it, so it's the council's, you know, on sale of land, it's the council. So it would have to come from you, but Director, you know, we just feel like
But your
we're better
recommendation is
to hold on to it, yeah.
Okay, is there any questions on this right now? We can continue this if needed, it could be brought up.
This can be brought up later, right?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
New business, as we spoke earlier, fiscal 26 task classification will be referred to the Finance Committee. Public comment. Yes, Todd.
Sorry. Tonsago Precinct 2. I won't belabor the congratulations, just to echo everybody else's sentiments. I agree mostly completely. I do just want to get back to the conversation about the contract, the teacher's contract. I think the people that spend time here might want to know, because we do have, you know, like Jim said, the council president said, it's public. But I want to keep it simple so that the voting public understands what's happening. Let's recall that we did an override, and the community voted to give the schools money to save teachers. And there was in there a little juice put behind to the tune of between $650,000 and $700,000, Council President, correct me if I'm wrong, for a contract settlement. The current asks are 3 times that amount of money. To say they're far apart is a gross understatement. They stood before me and the public, me and a few others, and the school committee, and demanded, or excuse me, stated very clearly they would no longer accept the usual 222-333. They know for a fact that's all we have. It's unacceptable, but that's a whole other point. If you truly want to know what's wrong with Winthrop, dig into the school's budget. Dig into the unaffordable, I've been saying this for 15, 20 years, dig into the unaffordable giveaways that every school committee gives every negotiating cycle. Money we don't have. And we have dwindled away at classes, supplies, resources, maintenance money, the gambit. I mean, the maintenance on the track is behind, the maintenance on the bleachers is behind. We were promised when we spent that money that would be kept up with, not happening. School bathrooms are, as nice as they may have looked last night, they don't look like that all the time. It was showtime. They went over and above. So all I'm suggesting is get involved. Stop barking at me because I'm calling it out. It's not good what's happening in the schools right now, and there's likely going to be a strike. Thank you.
Kim.
Kim Downs, Precinct 2. I would just like to ask that careful consideration is made with the advancing of the sidewalks and the TIPS project in front of the marketplace before the holidays. That we either wait until the holidays are over or we get them done immediately. And it really is something that we absolutely have to recognize. It's unfair to the businesses, not just the marketplace, but the other businesses down there. The access, especially for the elderly, this is their only one-stop shopping, and I just really think even if an asphalt binder needs temporary sidewalk with just a skim layer needs to be put down just to get us through the holidays, we really need to consider that. Thank you.
All right.
Erin Marcellus, Precinct 5. This is more toward the town manager. The intersection of Pleasant and Main is ridiculously unsafe to cross. I only learned this because of holding the signs. There's only, out of all the poles to cross the street, only 2 of them have a push button for the walkway. So in order to get across the street, to get to one, you have to cross the street. I almost got hit last week when I was crossing because I had to cross because the light wouldn't change because I couldn't press a button. So there's a bus stop on that side. There's a lot going on there, so I don't know if there's been issues, but like that's a huge, huge safety risk. There's cameras over there, great, but people can't cross the street. They just have to run. So, thank you.
Karen?
Karen Travis, Precinct 2. As a warden in Precinct 5, I guess I saw firsthand what went on in the town clerk's office all last week and the hours prior to the actual election. These 3 people put their whole heart and soul into this election. I see it firsthand. I see the hours that they put in. I was in town hall, yesterday morning I was at the high school at 6 a.m. and right behind me were 2 of the workers and the 3rd one was the town clerk, arrived not too long after that. And at 9:45 last night, I was in town hall and they were still there and there was no chance that they were going to be leaving within the hour. I'm sure that they were there quite late. I know that they were there on Friday, they were there on Saturday, and I imagine they probably were there on Sunday also. If there was anybody that works harder election time, I'm not saying they're the hardest working people in the town, I'm just saying I've never seen a group of people work as hard as they do. The ballots came in on Thursday. They were stamped and ready to go out to be mailed on Friday. That is an astronomical task for 3 people to do. I offered to help, they told me they could get it done, and by God, they got it done. Because again, I was there on Friday doing something else when Al, the mailman, arrived and took out 3 huge bins of ballots to go in the mail. So please, you know, they deserve every kudo there is in the book. I love Denise, you know that. And Marilyn and Jill, they're right up there too.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
All right, motion to adjourn? Yes.
Wait, I have a comment.
Well, we have a comment that's not.
No, it's public relations. I just wanted to remind everybody that the high school play had a Hadestown is November 13th through the 15th. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm biased that I had to say this, because one of the stars is Haley DeMarco. So just wanted to get that out there. Go support the high school.
Thank you, and I will also say that Tuesday is Veterans Day, and we will have a service at 11 a.m. on the Town Hall Green. I encourage people to attend. It's a fantastic service. Phil Gordon does a fantastic job, so I encourage people to attend that. Councilor Duras?
May I quickly thank you, Council President. Many of you may know that on Saturday, the 1st of November, we had the second fire in Precinct 6 in the last few months. Members of Chief Delahanty's family were impacted. Mary Crisafi was kind enough to post on Facebook recently what she called a community call to action. I'll just read this really quick, it's very short. Longtime Winthrop family, the Delahantys, suffered a devastating loss when a fire destroyed their home on November 1st. They nearly lost everything. While insurance will eventually help, there is an immediate need for essentials such as clothing, toiletries, or other basic items. To support the family, a gift card collection is underway. Any type of gift card, grocery, retail, restaurant, etc. will be deeply appreciated. Cards can be dropped off at the senior center or the meat market. For any questions or to arrange pickup, Mary posted her cell phone number, 617-799-0538. She says at the end, let's come together, as Winthrop always does, to help the family in their time of need. So, one fire on one side of where I live, another fire on the other side of where I live, just in the past couple of months. So appreciate everybody supporting. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice President Belcher?
Related to that, there was a small black cat with a white patch on her chest that lived in that house that has been seen in the area. If you see them, please reach out to either Mary or somebody. I can get in touch with the daughter too. Her name is Luna.
Okay. The cat's name is Luna?
Yes. Daughter's name is Steph.
Our prayers are with the Delahanty family. It was tragic and a terrible time as they were celebrating a very special day in their lives, and to have a fire is not what you want any time of the year. Is there a motion to adjourn? Motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Councilor Swope, second by Councilor Duras. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All the ayes have it.